Hollywood has hijacked Big Match John's WWE retirement tour, but today on Fog Wrestling we're going to hijack Hollywood, brother. Welcome back to the channel, and we're going to go through the highest paid wrestlers as actors in 2024. This is interesting, very, very interesting. Forbes.com published an article about the highest paid actors of 2024. Now, WWE veteran Dwayne "The Rock" Johnston, he ranked in at number one. Big reveal there, $88 million with $103 million gross. So before we dive into the actual quote that Forbes released, I'm genuinely surprised The Rock's only made $88 million, right? And before people go, well, you're an idiot. Am I really an idiot? I think $88 million, it almost seems kind of low for The Rock. $88 million, considering it's like the highest actor in the world right now, number one, $88 million. It seems a bit low. But then when you factor in with like salaries, like, you know, sports stars, I mean, it simply just means how much is he getting paid to act. I mean, you factor in sponsorship deals and etc. etc. The Rock will be making more than $88 million, but it just shows you, like, he does not need that money in WWE. The Rock is absolutely mint it. And I think it's crazy that he's ranking in number one because, you know, regardless of his like recent shite promos in WWE, The Rock has not been the best actor. He's so one-dimensional. He literally plays the same character in every single movie. Here, it works, but you can't get a career 20-odd years out of it, man. See if The Rock, right, went to... I think The Rock could do a reality TV show. I think that might be good for him. But see these like constant movies where he just plays the same cat, you know, the muscly guy with the shirt that's a wee bit too small for him, and he always has to, you know, win at the end. It's ridiculous. But that's what Forbes stated about Dwayne, and I quote, "The Rock returned to the top of the highest paid actors list after landing what is believed to be the largest fee plus buyout in streaming movie history, an estimated $50 million to star in Amazing Reds, where Red won last year, and when Mayona 2 pivoted from a TV series to a theatrical release, he negotiated for a percentage of the movie's profits as an executive producer. An unprecedented deal for voice actors in Disney animation after the movie grossed over $1 billion at the box office. Johnson, 52, made what one agent called an ungodly amount of money. Well, put it this way, I mean, if he's getting a percentage of the movie's profits, right, as an executive producer, and the movie's getting over $1 billion, like, if The Rock's getting 10% of $1 billion, he's getting $100 million on top of his $88 million. How much money does Dwayne want? Absolutely crazy. How much money? He looks like he's going to be swimming about in. I mean, he's like Scrooge McDuck, man. But yeah, that's Dwayne ranking in at number one. Obviously, we're here to talk about Dave, Batista, and John Cena. But John Cena ranked up next. Not quite in terms of number two, but in terms of WWE guys, he was 16th, $23 million. Made $30 million gross. Forbes noted the following, and I quote, "Currently on his farewell tour with the WWE, his wrestling home since 2002, the 47-year-old Cena has continued to be a bankable presence in streamable comedies across platforms. In 2024, he starred in Argyle for Apple, Ricky Stenicki for Hulu, and Jackpot for Amazon. He made appearances in Kevin Hart's Die Hard 2 and in one episode of The Bear." End of quote. So Big John making nowhere near the same amount of money as The Rock. Not surprised, but here, I've always preferred Cena's movies. Honestly, like, I'm not going to say The Rock's movies are shite, right? But I think Scorpion King is overrated. Fast and Furious, I think he made a pretty decent impact in Fast 5, but I think ever since that one, it's kind of just been a downward spiral for Dwayne. As for Cena, I think his WWE movies really delivered. I think the Marine in 12 Rounds were really good. You factor in all the other ones. I mean, I think Cena in Fast and Furious, by that point Fast and Furious was done, right? But I think Cena had a pretty decent role. Did I buy him being Vin Diesel's brother? Not really. Dominic Toretto, I did it for the family, you know, and he's obviously in a lot of other television shows. Cena seems to be more on television. The Rock, I think the only real television show that The Rock's did is that Ballers, but I've never watched it. And then I hear people saying, "Oh, what about Dave Batista? He didn't make the top 20 list." Again, not overly shocked. I mean, I know there's a lot of debates out there about Batista being the best actor. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. But he's not in enough for me to be in the top 20. This doesn't come as a surprise. Like, what movies has Batista been in 2024? Couldn't tell you, to be honest. Like, The Rock's plastered everywhere, and Cena's plastered everywhere to a point. Batista, couldn't really remember, to be honest. Anyway, folks, leave it down below. Forbes, who'll top 2025? Who knows? Because, well, Big John, he's filming a movie in Budapest. If it's that good to turn his WWE retirement upside down, then maybe he'll make a lot of money from it. I hope he does. Anyway, till then, peace.